Today, I'm going to argue against the statement that everybody knows social media is bad for society. Social media is the result of the internet technology's development. It has a huge two-sided impact on humans' life, and apparently the benefits are more than the drawbacks. Then I will tell you a story to start. In 2012, China in Sichuan province had a terrible earthquake, 8 magnitude. Massive destruction in the wide area, and the earthquake was reported as if it was happening. People were texting from their phones, they were taking photos of buildings, they were taking videos of buildings shaking, they were uploading it to QQ, which is the Chinese largest internet service. They were twittering it, and so as the quake was happening, the news was reported. And because of the social connections, Chinese students coming elsewhere and going to school, and businessmen in rest of the world opening offices in China. There were people listening all over the world hearing this news. The BBC got their first wind of the Chinese quake from Twitter. Twitter announced the existence of the quake several minutes before the U.S. Geological Survey had anything up online for anybody to read. The last time China had a quake of that magnitude, it took them 3 months to admit that it had happened. So look, it's called the power of social media. We can't simply say that social media is bad or good. There are still so many benefits, although some people think social media will hurt our both physical and mental health. As the story I told before, the use of social media can make news, information, and communication more timely, which can save much time, money, and even save lives. In the past, if we want to send a mail to the person far away, it will take days or even months, and it's impossible to know a person whom you never met. However, all of this can be true because of social media. Of course, many people have a bias towards social media, like addiction and social isolation. Before we look into these issues, we must first understand the meaning of addiction. Dana Boyd and his Complicated discuss that the overarching media narrative is that teens lack the capacity to maintain the healthy relationship with the social media, which is called addiction. And Dana said it's easier to blame social media rather than to consider that other cultural or personal factors which are main reasons of addiction. For social isolation, I want to say that we are now becoming socially isolated because of social media. And if anything, it's easier for people to connect on a much broader scale, just like David Gottlieb said in his book, Making is Connecting. Social media is helping you to connect with other people to share what you created. In a world where media is global, social, and everywhere, in a world of media where the former audience are now increasingly full participants, in that world, media is less and less often about crafting the single message to be consumed by individuals. It's more and more often a way of creating an environment for convening and supporting growth. Just as Week 6 lecture said, social media affects people differently, depending on pre-existing condition and personality traits. And it would be wrong to say social media is a bad thing, because clearly it brings obvious benefits to our lives. Thank you very much.